In the frozen wilderness of Alaska, he found an abandoned bus, a mattress, a stove, and a lighter. For Chris, who was wandering outside, it's heaven on this frozen wilderness, away from all the troubles and noises of the world. Time seems to stand still.
Is there anybody here? Guess not!
Chris cleaned the bus and patted off the thick dust on the mattress, and it became his home. But he, lost in this wonderful wilderness, Chris raised his shotgun, aiming at the moose. But he suddenly discovered something, because he was aiming not only at the prey, but also a mother. He gave up hunting. If I don't say, you may not imagine. Chris is a rich kid and graduated from a prestigious university. He gave up everything he had, choosing to wander in this endless wilderness, and even paid the price of his life. This is a true and regrettable stories. Watch it to the end, and I believe you will gain a lot. 2 years ago, Chris graduated from college. With his excellent grades, he could have gone to Harvard Law School. His father wanted to give him a new car to replace the old and useless cars, but Chris almost got into a fight with his father. The family relationship is always so tense. He never pursues these external things. Chris donated a $24,000 scholarship, cut up his identification and bank card, so behind his parents' back, driving his own crappy car, and began his own spiritual revolution journey. Walking is always exhilarating. He began to forget the past and get rid of stress, and gradually away from the tedious obligations and laws. However, the test had just begun. At night, Chris stopped to rest, and we didn't know that this was a storm zone, and that storm hit Chris in the middle of the night. But victory belongs to Chris. He removed the license plate to avoid leaving his traces, burned the cash he carried with him, and became a pedestrian. 2 months later, his parents found out his plan. The police found the license plate he threw away. This also made them understand that Chris didn't want them to find themselves. He was decadent in a simple tent and spent most of his time hitchhiking for every place worth staying, and spent a lot of time to discover and enjoy. He stopped in the virgin forest and listened to the exclusive sounds of nature. And Chris got into the trailer of a nice couple. He discovered that there seems to be a knot in the relationship between the two. This reminded him of his own parents, became what he is today, was inseparable from the influence of his family. That year, Chris graduated from high school. He bought a second-hand car and drove it across his country. At home, he heard everything about his parents. It turned out that the mother had destroyed the father's original family. Chris and his sister were together when his father was still with his ex. For more than a decade since they were born, they have kept this secret tight-lipped. Chris felt betrayed. He and his sister became illegitimate children at once. His other biological son even more obliterates the truth of Chris every day. He felt that his life was starting to change. It's like a river flowing downstream, suddenly backwards.